When LeBron lost in the championship, they reported it, right? When LeBron James win, you report it. Like, we gotta report both ends. I get a lot of flack for, posting trauma, violent things. I'm not gonna sit here and act like SayCheese doesn't play a part in what's going on, but we report what's going on. We're gonna give you the good, we're gonna give you the bad. This world ain't sweet. We would post when a kid made $1 million selling lemonade on the corner, but we're gonna post the traumas that go on in New Orleans, Chicago, Philly. And I think that's what makes SayCheese SayCheese is it's not a facade with us.
My recent guest list is crazy, and we got another one today. This brother is, I didn't know it at first, but Philly representing, he got the hat on, has done an amazing job, in the hip hop culture, preparing some of the biggest and youngest, brightest stars coming up. Like, you've been breaking a lot of people. You're breaking people out of jail recently. Yeah. He's blessing the community. And that's what caught my attention, man. So I'm really, really happy to have my guy Shawn Cotton, the founder of SayCheeseTV here. What's
Correct,
up, bro?
Man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the invite. It's crazy I'm sitting here right now because when I was leaving Houston, on my way to Houston to Dallas, I was listening to your Dame Dash interview. And a lot of knowledge. And I like how you broke them down. Cause Dame can kind of be closed off, so I've been watching your work too.
Appreciate the love, man. Dame was a great interview for a multitude of reasons. I used Dame almost as a mentor interview. Mm-hmm. Like, I had been through so many similar situations. I was really picking his brain on his philosophy of overcoming some of like the adversity that you get as being a business owner.
Right.
And I knew because he could sense I was coming from a place of, like, I truly wanted to know for me and not like an antagonist. Mm-hmm. It allowed him to unlock, and he opened up so much more. Some of the stuff y'all didn't even have a chance to see, man. Like off camera, like, he's amazing. Mm-hmm. And it really it inspired me to really go harder with doing the show. Mm. Like, sometimes you can talk or meet somebody in life that that can just give you the confirmation that you need, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what, like, where I was at kind of mentally. The entrepreneur journey is one that, like, you sometimes doubt yourself, or you might feel like, hey, I got an idea, but I don't execute right away, or mm-hmm. I kind of hesitate. And he just gave me the confirmation, like, yo, go and do it. Don't let anybody else make you have doubts on what you want to do. Like, if somebody closes the door, you feel like you get played, go make your own block. Like, mm-hmm. he just said some shit that was like, I got the money.
Sometimes
it makes perfect sense.
That's all it takes is that one person that's been through that to give you that push. You know what I mean? And mm-hmm. Dame Dash, like we spoke last night, he's been through it all.
Yep.
His partner is a quote unquote billionaire. You know what I mean? So to hear from Dame, a lot of motivation right there.
Yeah, man. One thing about it, man, is I like giving people their flowers. Mm-hmm. Last year around Christmas time, I think that's the first time I saw you. You were on live and you were doing like 10 grand giveaway.
Yeah, well, at first every Christmas I try to do something big, back to school and Christmas. So I did a $10,000 giveaway on live, so like people could see it and they could see like people tell their testimony and what they going through, and we give them money on the spot. It ain't no gimmicks. We not, it ain't no playing around with people and trying to expose people. But yeah, so Bandman Kebo, my guy in Miami, he matched me, and then one of my other jeweler guys out Houston, he matched me, so it was 30,000 overall, and we was just taking turns, just 500, 2,000, 500, 1,000, 500, 1,000. So, and that really made my day, man. That made my year. You know what I mean? To watch these people smile, because there was a lot of people on live that they didn't have the funds to. This was on Christmas Day, so this was during a season to where as though, or day where mothers couldn't even get back to their kids. So to see, you know, these mothers with so much joy on such a, you know, on a Christmas day like that, it really changed the way I view things.
Yeah, man. It was dope as hell to watch.
Yeah, we did like, I think maybe it was like 150,000 people on live.
Wow.
And I think after an hour they shut your live down, so we had to re-upload it again. But that was special, and you know that's something I always do. I've always gave back, man. Even, you know, I made my first million 2017. Well, no, I'm gonna say like 19. I moved out my mom's house 2017, but I was giving back before then. I was giving back when I was passing out phone books with my mom. I was giving back. So this is something that I've always done. You know what I mean? It's just now I could do it at a bigger scale.
Yeah.
You
know,
that's always been in my character. Like even when it was broke, I was doing this. So
that's what made me really pay attention to you. You know, I think we got a very similar heart. Most of my followers know I operate on a term that's "It's our turn." That's my slogan. It's our turn. And every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every now and then, I'm doing these similar style giveaways. And the feeling that you get from seeing somebody that was in a desperate situation be able to feel fulfilled that day, is not anything else that you can match it with. Yeah. So man, I watched that giveaway during Christmas, and then I watched you do another giveaway. What did I see you do?
The sneaker giveaway recently, or
yeah, it was like some sneakers you were giving away. You know, I seen something else. I was like, I just watched you continuously pour back.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a lot of people like that have big platforms in the hip hop community that, you know, exploit the culture. You know,
I get a lot of flack for that too.
And,
like, you know, every day we post news. We're probably one of the most consistent, you know, breaking news. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But you know, I get a lot of flack for, you know, posting trauma, violent things. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, you know, SayCheese doesn't play a part in what's going on, but we report what's going on. I feel like that's what makes SayCheese is we're gonna give you the good, we're gonna give you the bad. When LeBron lost in the championship, ESPN, they reported it, right? When LeBron James win, you report it. Like, we gotta report both ends. It ain't, this world ain't sweet. You know, we would post when a kid made $1 million selling lemonade on the corner, but we're gonna post the traumas that go on in New Orleans, Chicago, Philly. And I think that's what makes SayCheese is it's not a facade with us. You know, we post what's going on, like even with Charleston White. I think, like, I get a lot of flack for interviewing him, but I don't shy away from it. I remember my first 2 interviews with Charleston, I lost subscribers. But think about if I didn't stay with that formula. You know what I mean? Like,
Charleston the crazy
so
he's gonna offend a lot of people.
But he's touched a lot of people too.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of street guys who come up to me that the whole narrative of the way they see things ain't the same no more after listening to a Charleston White.
Facts.
So, you know, I remember, the first interview I did with him, Charleston, and I don't want to get too ahead, but it was about, you know, I think he said something about Trayvon Martin. And we lost a lot of subscribers for that. People was canceling me, but, you know, after that, we stayed through it, and the messages, man. So is it staying true? And my point to the conversation where I'm going, SayCheese is just real. You know what I mean? So I get a lot of flack for exploiting, you know, hip hop culture, but I look at it as being real.
And to finish that piece was like, you know, the guys who are reporting the news, or some people would say agitating, you know, certain situations. I see you giving back. So at least you're being involved in the community and the culture, and it isn't just that you're taking money and having benefits from it.
Oh, yeah.
But not putting it back.
And I'm still the same too, man. I'm
important.
still wearing Crocs. You know what I'm saying? I'm still me, man. Like I'm not. I could be out here doing crazy shit. Not saying I don't spend money, like, you know what I mean, on myself and do crazy things, but I stay true to myself.
Yeah.
A lot of these people, a lot of these bloggers and these media guys, they get up and they not who they. I'm still me, and I'll forever be me. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't me, I would have came in here.
So let's talk about who are you? Who is Shawn Cotton?
Who am I? Good-hearted guy, loyal, very unselfish, very giving, selfless. I put myself last a lot. Sometimes it would bite me in the ass, but I don't even think about it. Give a lot of opportunities to people. I can go on and on about myself. I'm not used to really talking about myself, you know?
Yeah, man. That's why you're here, though. I wanna. You got a hell of a story.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing some amazing things, and I want to let people know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, when you come here, man, I think, you know, there's a lot of people that want to really understand the journey. How did you get to where you are right now? What's success like? What's your work ethic like?
Yeah.
What's a day in the life like?
Shit, every day I wake up, I go to boxing for an hour. I got in boxing.
I love boxing.
Yeah, I got in boxing because I felt myself getting too deep into social media, waking up every morning.
Me and this man sound like the same person right now.
Yeah, like waking up in the morning, not even thinking, just getting on Instagram, getting on Twitter, reading other people's opinions. So that's why every morning when I wake up, I go to boxing, take my mind off social media. And you know how people play 2K, they build their My Player? It's kind of like, that's like a getaway for people, you know, to get on NBA 2K, build their My Player.
Yeah.
So that's my getaway, go to boxing, be the best I could be for an hour. Then I go home, I blog, upload 3-4 interviews a day, nice breakfast, all fruits, water. And then afternoon, you know, people on my team, they take over the shift for the blog. That's really how we work. And you know, after noon, I'm really done for the day. So
you work how many hours a day? 3-4 hours?
Maybe 3-4 hours a day. Rest of the day, I may be doing interviews.
So you're a man working 3-4 hours a day?
Yeah, I mean, but it's really 24 hours because I'm looking over emails, I'm doing interviews, you know what I mean? Which I do YouTube part-time, which next year I'm gonna really pick it up. I got a lot of different things I'm gonna do on my YouTube, but yeah, I got a successful team of like 7 people. So emails, look over, you know.
Let me cut you off real quick. How did you actually create? Did you start with Instagram or how did you start?
YouTube. I used to throw parties. So after college, I mean, I didn't even go to college. After high school, I was really confused with myself. I didn't know what I was going to do. I knew a lot of people thought I was going to the league. I was good, but I wasn't.
Play basketball?
Yeah, I played basketball.
Basketball.
I was good, but I wasn't like, come on, there's levels to. So my dad was working at GameStop. He was a supervisor. He hired all my homies from school, the warehouse, not the store, but the warehouse. Mm-hmm. So I was working for him. They didn't like my dad, so they fired my dad. And then like 3 months after that, they fired me. And then I started throwing parties. I remember they did like an all-star weekend out here, 2011. You know, NBA All-Star. Mm-hmm. So it was the Nigerian dude. He was throwing a party. And he wanted me to help him out with it. So, should I show up to the party? It's all my people in there. I'm like, damn, I could have did this shit myself. Like, he done made $20,000, $30,000 to give me $200-$300. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I gotta. So my sister, my mom, like my homeboy, they all in my head. They like, man, you can really do it on your own. So I throw a party. You know the game Call of Duty? Mm-hmm. I threw a party called Call of Booty. Like all females came out. I probably made like 5,000-10,000, like my first joint. And then the rest was history, man. I bought a camera. I started going around the city, recording people doing like freestyles and shit. This was back when bars mattered. You know, now the bars really don't really matter. It's all about being melodic and shit. So yeah, then I started doing like little viral interviews and shit. At this time, I'm really fucked up. I'm selling fake car insurance. I'm selling.
What the fuck you mean fake car insurance?
So like, if you get pulled over, if it looked legitimate enough, the police officer they won't look you in the system. They'll just see if you got it and give you the paper back. So I'm giving people fake car insurance, fake doctor notes. Like, nah, real talk, like fake doctor notes, so if people want to take off work, $40. Real talk. Real talk. So this how I hustling back then.
Hustling, dog, yeah.
Hustling, like doing phone books. I would only do them at night. Me and my mom would pass out phone books.
Bro, I did phone books too. And that's some
bro,
hard shit. People don't know the phone.
And then they go check and see if you did it.
If you actually did it, yeah.
So like one time,
should have weighed your whole car down.
Bro,
yeah,
real,
I just scrubbed my
you know.
I'm telling you, I really did that.
Yeah, one time we got caught up because me and my mom, we was like, man, we gonna act like we did the whole thing, and we threw all the phone books in the trash.
I did Yo, that's crazy.
So it was really getting it, but I would only pass out phone books at nighttime because I was popular back then, but I didn't want people to judge me. So I would pass them out at nighttime. And yeah, man, that's how I was getting it. And I started traveling with the SayCheese, going to Chicago, Detroit, New Orleans. And then the rest was history. I went on a crazy run in Chicago one year, 2016. And then I'm noticing like my PayPal is going from 40,000 to 80,000 to 100,000. And then when it got to 120, I was like, nah, this ain't gonna last. This is only like seasonal. It's gonna slow down after Christmas.
What were you actually making money from?
Instagram posts and then YouTube. But my Instagram post was going crazy.
So people were paying you to post at this point?
People were paying me to post on Instagram. So I remember one time, and I'm not telling my mom, because at this time I'm still living with my mom. So I'm not telling my mom or anybody in my family how much money I had in my PayPal. Because you know, families start to act funny when they see you getting money. They gonna make you pay rent, and which I was already helping her. But you know, people, they kind of act funny. They be wanting more than what they usually want. At this time, I had 120 in my account, and my older sister came to my house. She didn't know I had. All she knew was that I was getting money. I mean, all she knew that I was living with my mom and I was blogging. She didn't know I had money. So my older sister came to my crib and she was like, yo, Shawn, what you plan on doing with your future? And I'm thinking like, only if she knew, like really getting money. Like I got 120,000. 120,000 is not a lot, but that shit is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to spend, but it's hard to get. You feel me?
Right.
So she went on a date with a dude. I guess they went to the movies or whatever. I don't know. Her last name is Cotton too. So I guess she told him her full name. Her last name Cotton. So I was already up. I used to blog for my mom's dinner table, the kitchen table. And she came to me that morning and she apologized to me. And she said, yo, I apologize for the doubts I had. The dude she went on a date with wouldn't stop talking about me on the date they were at. I swear to God. I swear to God. And at that point, she was like, I think that's when she started taking me serious. And a lot of people don't take you serious until somebody else take you serious. So I think that's when like, you know, my family really start like, okay, he on to something. And then after that, I moved out, and then the rest was history.
So you went social media promo post is what really
And YouTube.
And YouTube posts.
And YouTube interviews.
Okay. So you were getting paid for basically promo on your socials, and it turned into $1 million business.
Yes. And at first I'm like, okay, this gonna slow down. But then after a while, so many artists start paying us. I didn't want to oversaturate the brand, so we had to higher the prices. At that time, we're charging people $200-300, and people are getting deals off this. YK Osiris, Quando Rondo, and then we're like, wait, we got something. And then we start making these lists of each city of like the top rappers, and like make it a competition of like, this is the #1 ranked rapper in Detroit. And then the whole city of Detroit will be mad. So then it just became like, it just slowly formed into like a real brand. We started adding structure and how many news posts we're gonna do a day, how many promo posts we're gonna do a day, how we're gonna start wording it so the algorithm can go up on these promo posts. You know how to word it so they can get a deal.
Right.
And then it slowly turned into a business. We slowed down on promo posts because, like I said, I didn't want to oversaturate it. Had to higher the price to make it harder. You know?
Right.
Little shit like that.
Very intelligent, man. That, like, hearing this is like dope too, because you took social media and monetized it. There's so many people who get online and, you know, they know how to use social media, but they're not making money or making the most of social media. And you get online and you took, you know, your hustler mentality. Now you ran it up.
Yep.
And you found a niche that now has been able to create wealth for you and your family. That's dope as hell. What do you think was like the big differentiator between you and like some of these other platforms that made it grow so quickly?
I was really out in the field. Like when I was going to Chicago to do interviews, I was out there risking my life. So it was kind of like I built a connection with the artists. A lot of these people are just sitting behind the computer and they're reporting on artists that they don't really know. So when I would report something or break news, they knew, okay, Shawn knows this shit for real because they told him that. You know what I mean? So it was more like me being out there and putting in the legwork, traveling, driving 11 hours to Atlanta twice a month. You know what I'm saying? Just to be seen. Betting on artists, being Pee Wee Longway's first interview. You know what I'm saying? Like betting on people before, you know, not being like a Complex or like a double XL and only reporting on the big artists, making the small artist stories even just as big as the big artists. So I feel like just betting on these underground artists really, it made SayCheese a staple over a period of time.
What do you think, like when we look at like the current scene with like drill? That's one of the things that's very.
I hate drill.
It's very controversial.
I hate drill music. I feel like people aren't creative anymore. I always tell people, and I know people are gonna say, "Well, Shawn, you post drill music every day." Like I said, it's a business. But personally, if I was to work with an artist, I would just tell the artist, "Tell your story, bro. Tell your story." Like everybody with the ops and the smoke in the pack, it's not creative anymore. You're doing what Chief Keef did that 10 years ago, 2012, bro. It's about to be 2023. Like, just need to get creative. I don't think you could lose if you tell your story. You can't lose. Kodak Black tells the story. NBA Youngboy, Lil Baby, they all tell their story. None of their music is about smoking on an op pack or drill or sliding on an op. Tell your story. And I feel like everybody's story is different. If you tell your story, there's no way our story could be the same. It's going to eventually be a little different. But everybody's talking about smoking the pack. It's everybody looks the same now. So that's just my advice to artists who feel like they're lost and they don't have nothing to rap about. You can't lose telling your story, bro. And I hate the drill.
Yeah, I look at it seems like it's really impacting the culture, you know, on so many levels because the youth is now embracing the mentality of sliding and murder. And I hate when I look at these young guys, man, and I go to somebody's bio and like, you know, because I educate, but I mix hip hop culture in the way I educate, you know, I get a lot of people that come from different walks of life. And I'll go look at somebody, somebody will DM me like, "Hey, big bro, I'm ready to work with you." I go click on their page, man, and they got 4 or 5 dudes they done tagged in the bio. Long live this dude, long live that dude. And I'm like, damn, y'all ain't tired, bro? Like, to have that much death around you and you 17, 18, 19 years old, that shit just seems like, it, you know, to me, like, I be like, damn. And I know, like, what the music is to these guys. I mean, you know, I hear my 16-year-old son, that's what he listened to. I'm like, God damn, boy, you grew up in the grip. But you know, that's what the kids are now locked into, man. So, on your platform, and I mean, just being devil's advocate, like, what do you feel like your responsibility is to? I mean, I know you say you operate as a business, but as we look at some of the negative that comes with drill, do you feel like at some point you'll be making decisions to not?
Yeah, for the last since the pandemic, we haven't posted guns. We don't post guns on our Instagram. Any like crazy diss records we stay away from. Just trying to bring that real rap back, you know what I'm saying? But as far as me, yeah, we don't post guns on Instagram anymore. Okay. Some blogs do. But yeah, we really trying to stay away from that. You know, it's been times where I'll interview an artist and then 2 months later, he'll pass away because of something he said in the interview. I don't want to be tied to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be tied to anything. Of course, I want to keep, like I said before, I want to keep it real, keep it authentic. But if it's something that I can stay away from, knowing that it's going to get ugly, I'm going to stay away from it.
How's that impacted you? Like, you know, I know you've kind of been interviewing some of these guys, and it's been death after death after death. What type of impact does that have on you?
A huge impact. It's like one day you interview a person, and the next day he's gone, all over rap shit. It just makes me wiser, smarter. Things I should have done differently. Things I should have asked differently or worded differently. Was it worth posting over views? A lot of these artists want him to be posted though. Was it worth listening to the artist? He's begging you to post this drill song, dissing the op. I should have told him no. You know what I mean? It's just different things I go back on now. Like that shit could have been played out different. Lots of beefs though. I did try to get both people on the line, but these artists have pride and ego.
Yeah,
you got your fans in your ear telling you if you squash a beef, you know you don't want to go back on things you said. It makes you feel lesser than. It makes you feel weak. So it's both sides. It's not just the media. It's the artist too. But the media does play a big part of it as well. I can't lie.
What's been one of your like interviews that has happened that you go, God damn?
When I interviewed G Money, G Money's from Baton Rouge. He reached out to do an interview with me. 2017. Him and Youngboy were at odds. Now I didn't know. He said something in the interview with me that I didn't know. You know, allegedly he slept with Youngboy's sister. I think that's one of my highest viewed interviews, like 4 or 5 million views. So when he said that in the interview, if you go back and look, I'm like, whoa, what? Like you slept with Youngboy's sister? Like, so that shit went crazy. And at this time, he's dissing Youngboy. He died leaving the studio. He died leaving the studio. Who you think gets the blame for it? Me. I did his last interview. Has 2 million at the time. This was 5 years ago. Now it's like 4 or 5 million, but who do they look at? Shawn, you got him. This artist reached out to me for an interview. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then Mo3, you know, of course, you know, we're all same city. Him having odds with Yellow Beezy. A lot of people, they look at me when it comes to that as well. Because it's tricky. In media, if you interview one person, what they say, oh, you're picking the side.
Yeah.
You interview both sides, you're being messy. In this media thing is real tricky. You know, in this media thing, you want to stay on both sides of the spectrum. You want to be good with both artists. you know, you want to be a part as much. This shit's like real estate. You want to have as many good relationships with everybody as possible.
Right.
For interviews, content. So you interview both sides, you're being messy, you're playing both sides. You interview one side, you're choosing the side. So I was in a sticky situation. SayCheese being the biggest media outlet in Texas, it's like, who do they go to let their side of the story be heard? They come to me. So that was a really sticky situation. And I feel like Mo3, he be talking to me sometimes. You know, every time I talk about Mo3, y'all may laugh at this, but it's always a red cardinal. A red cardinal comes to my backyard fence. Real talk. I'm not in like no super like weird, like spiritual. I'm not trying to be like, you know, on no funny shit, but I feel like Mo3, he comes to me, he talks to me. Me and him had a real good relationship.
What did he say to you?
Like, as far as like the cardinal?
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm not gonna say he said anything to me, but like, I feel like every time I mention him, a red cardinal comes, and I think it's just, I don't know if it's like protection or like him like letting me know to keep going, or he sees what's going on. I don't know. But me and him were really, really close, bro. When he called me like a week before he died. Well, I seen him a month before he died in Houston. We were at this AP jeweler in Houston. And damn, I don't want to get him wrong. I don't want to get the jeweler name wrong. Y'all edit, right?
Not really, but go ahead.
Oh, shit. Damn, y'all don't edit? I don't want to get the jeweler wrong, man. I get so many.
You ain't got to say the jeweler name. It's cool.
Yeah, but I was at this spot in Houston, and Mo3 was there, and he did a song with Kevin Gates, and he did like 8 million views the first week. And he was like, Mo3 was so motivated. Like the 8 million views wasn't enough for him. And he was like, what do I gotta do? What do I need to do to get past this level? And it was just like, I don't know. And then that night was the only time I ever took a picture with him. And that was the last time I saw him. It was just crazy. It's just crazy, like, just to go back and like, to see him. He used to be homeless. Shit was crazy, bro. Like, that was my dog. But a lot of people don't realize how close we were, because he would mention my name in music sometimes and like throw little jabs at me. He would tell me he would do it, but a lot of people, they wouldn't understand like our relationship.
So y'all
like we grew together.
Y'all pretty close.
Yeah, we grew together.
When you look at like a Mo3, for example, who, you know, gets murdered, and you see all these artists that are at war with each other, you know, and doing it through music, like, what's your thoughts just on hip hop, like in general, you know? Because a lot of this is like just it's not happening in country music. It's not happening in you know, other genres of music.
For one, I feel like a lot of kids feel like rap is the only way out, and it's not. You know, for all the kids watching this interview, it's so many different things you could do, you know, to make a living and to be that guy. You don't have to rap. And I feel like that's the issue. A lot of people feel like it's rap or sports. It's so many things you could do. Be a content creator, be a gamer. I mean, rap is a good entry. It's a good entryway. You can go in and build a lot of leverage to do other things, like T Grizzly. He's a gamer now, making $200,000 a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's different things you could do to make a really, really good living. Real estate, crypto. It's a lot of different things you could do. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. And that's just my message to a lot of these young cats. They feel like you gotta rap, and you gotta rap about certain things to be cool. You don't. You could be a Tyler the Creator. You could be a Lil Uzi Vert. You could be a Chance the Rapper. That's cool. You know what I mean? And I feel like, I don't know, man. Go back to rapping about women. We don't uplift women no more in our music. Remember the LL Cool J's and the, where are they at? I feel like the whole content of music now, when the whole subject matter is fuck bitches and get money. And I feel like it's not a balance anymore. It used to be a good balance.
Well, you got the platform, man. Maybe we gotta, you know.
Man, I preach this in every interview, bro. But it's up for the artist to change. You know what I mean? And it people are followers. It only takes one artist to pop. One artist to blow up, uplifting women, not being too violent, but still having that influence in the streets. All it takes is one artist, and then you're gonna open the floodgates. Damn, I don't gotta rap about killing no more. I can rap about women and still make a bag and still be a street guy. You just don't have that artist yet. I mean, some artists, you know, Kevin Gates but I'm talking about, it's gonna take somebody young to do it. Kevin Gates is in his 30s. You know, kids wanna see somebody their age do it to think that it's possible. So I feel like that's all we're missing. You just need that one young kid to be cool while doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Recently, I saw something else that you did that I thought was tremendously bold. You bonded a young man out in New Orleans. Like, I think I saw it was like a $500,000 bond.
Yep, AIA lit. He's from New Orleans. He's from the 7th Ward. Really, really talented kid. He was already going up, but word got to me. A lot of labels wanted him. Birdman wanted him, but I was already really, really locked in in New Orleans. Heard about the story. Talked to him on the phone for about a week. Bonded him out. Now, you know, we're working with a few labels that's bidding right now. He didn't do the murder. He just, you know, he has his things in the past that people say around the street, but you know, he got his little documentaries on YouTube that aren't all the way facts, but he's a really talented kid, and you know, I'm betting on him. I want to change his life.
You damn sure bet $500,000, bro. I said, hey, Shawn,
well, 10% bond. It was 50,000.
Okay.
But you know, I'm betting on the kid though. The kid is talented, and something in my spirit told me to do it. Something in my spirit told me to do it, and I felt like I did the right thing. The kid, he's a good kid. He works extremely hard, and I just like to bet on myself.
Okay.
I like to bet on myself.
I can see why you've been betting on yourself for a while, and it's been working out for you. So that's a major respect. First off, like to be in a position to do nothing and still do something is impactful, right? And I know you probably took some slack from some people from making that type of move, man. I was reading some of the comments, a lot of positivity, but you know, there's also people that always got something to say.
Oh yeah.
But man, I just think it was, that's a big move, man. I want to, say respect to you.
Appreciate it.
When you talk about content creation, man, let's talk about that for a minute. Obviously, like, this is something that's like helped change your life. There's a lot of content creators out here right now that probably need a few tips. So can we get like 3 to 5 tips from you on the best practices for content creation?
Good question. Posting every day. Post at least 3 things every day, at least one of them being like relevant situations. Like, I mean, now you got the Queen Elizabeth that happened, the PNB Rock. It's a lot of different things you could post on, but post something that's, relevant content. And just be consistent. People love consistency. People love knowing they can go somewhere and they're betting on seeing something new. They want to be entertained. When everybody goes left, go right. A lot of people are copying, and like, we got flack because a lot of our news isn't hip hop news anymore. We're posting shit out of everything. We're posting weird facts. We're posting sports stuff. We're posting everything because everybody's not a hip hop connoisseur. Everybody doesn't want to listen to the latest rapper out. You know what I'm saying? So that's when we start posting more, I call it what the fuck news, like weird facts, or just that you didn't know about, or just something that would just make you look at it twice. You know what I mean? So that's really one thing. You always got to be ahead of the curve. And I feel like a lot of these bloggers, they're just watching what everybody else is doing. They're not being innovative. And it's all about being innovative. You know, like what I said about earlier about the list we used to create, the top 20 Houston rappers, and let them argue. It may not have been accurate, but now you're letting people engage, the engagement.
Right.
Now they feel like they're a part of they feel like they're a part of SayCheese now. And that's what it's about, is just the engagement. And you know, just posting that makes people talk to each other.
So I love those because, like, I think one of the things people overlook is the fact that, like, if you're not staying relevant, if you're not consistently in somebody's face, they forget about you. Mm-hmm. What things, as far as on your for like YouTube, if somebody's trying to blow up a YouTube channel, give me a couple of tips for really like taking that off.
The titles, the title of your videos. It doesn't have to be clickbait, but it's just like damn, like damn. Let me click on that. Like, the titles are very important. Numbers are really important on YouTube. So, for example, instead of saying Tony the Closer bought a $500,000 car or house, you're gonna do it in numbers. Instead of typing out in words, you're gonna do it in numbers, because they gravitate to numbers. So titles are very, very important on YouTube. Thumbnails are important. Wording on it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So instead of just doing an interview with somebody and just having their face, put their name at the bottom, big enough, you know what I mean? Thumbnails are very, very important. And then consistency, like I said, I upload 3-4 clips a day. So people know when they wake up, they're gonna see, you're guaranteed. It may be 4, you never know, but they may click one. That's
right.
all I want you to do, because you may click somebody's video. I remember Ears to Christ. I talked to you about him last night, the dude from DC. Yep. A lot of people didn't know who the hell he was. He's an older guy, like in his 40s. That was a part of that whole Pay the Full story. But they watched part 1, and then they loved part 2, and then they watched the whole thing. So it's just all about uploading and just betting on, just betting on people, man. Like, not always going for the big names and shit, So just, consistency, thumbnails, titles, and then promoting on your social media. I feel like a lot of people don't do that. They just, they upload on YouTube and then they expect the shit to get to 100 million views. It's not like that. You gotta let people, you can't be too cool to promote. You know what I mean? Whether if you post it in your story or post it on your Twitter or shit, pay to get it on blogs. Like, even today, I still spend money that I make to put back in myself. Mm-hmm. Whether if it's getting a billboard downtown or just little things, because I want people to know about my brand who don't have a social media. Everybody don't be on YouTube. Everybody don't have an Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. So I want people who are casual people who could be an old man. Like, I want him to see the logo. So I think a lot of people shied away from guerrilla marketing. They shied away from the street grind, passing out flyers, billboards, face-to-face convo, hand-to-hand combat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Convo, exchanging, whatever. People shy away from that, and I feel like it's time to get back to that.
I like that.
Like, when you stop at a red light, a poster on a pole, why not? It's not gonna hurt. It's damn sure gonna help though. And then people get on social media, they're gonna take pictures to, I just seen a Tony the Closer poster at the light. It helps. It helps because now people who are casuals and they may watch or not watch your shit, now they're like, okay, he's bigger than just the internet now. He's really outside now. The internet's the matrix, it's not real. Outside is really real. So when people see you outside the matrix, they take you a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always say this saying, I say, if people don't know about you, you don't exist. Mm-hmm. Like, and that means, like, you should always be marketing, you should always be promoting. Mm-hmm. You can have the best product, service, channel, mm-hmm. whatever, but if nobody knows, you don't exist.
Exactly.
So I'm glad that you talked about other ways, even outside of social media.
Man, social media is cool, but that it's no other feeling than being seen driving in a car and just, you know, even if they already know you, it's just a reminder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I just got done watching this fool. He everywhere now. And now they look at you bigger than what they already thought about you.
Right.
It's just, everything's a trick. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this. A lot of people, I see like a lot of artists, man, that don't know about investing into brand and growth. Like even getting the visibility on being like on a SayCheese or whatever. Give some tips to an artist that's trying to blow up. Like if they, you know, and I'm talking about from brand perspective, like even consistency, because I know people don't understand like, hey, if I'm gonna post on SayCheese, I can't post one time on SayCheese. I need to be where somebody sees me 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
Like
it's not the music no more. I didn't make the rules. I know people are gonna kill me about this. It's not about the music no more. People wanna like your personality, or it may be everybody has a niche about them. You know what I'm saying? Some people it is the music, but for the most part, you gotta find your niche and attack that on the blogs. It may be something funny that you may want to post and put on SayCheese. It may be a new chain you just bought. You want people to fall in love with you, the lifestyle, the music too. The music has to be good. Don't get fucked up. But I feel like sometimes you can force your music on people. It has to be genuine. So you kind of gotta be strategic and you know, throw a jab at them. Give them something the first 3 posts and then give them music. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It don't always gotta be music because people don't wanna be forced to listen to your music. It's kind of like the radio, how they hypnotize you into liking something. You feel me? So I feel like a lot of people get tricked into the blogs and feeling like music, where yes, that is true. Your music has to be good. Music is very important, but the branding, like Larry June, you know who that is?
Larry June?
Yeah, he's from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
You know, y'all know who Larry June is? Yeah, he's a artist from the Bay Area. He's taken off pretty much. He has a cult following, but he has a niche now, like with oranges and eating healthy, and I think that would be a good interview for you.
Larry June.
Yeah, Larry June.
Bet.
Hard. He's from San Francisco. But it's this little niches, man. Everybody has a niche, bro. Everybody has a niche. Who's your favorite rapper?
Man, I got a couple. Man, I really like Real Boston Richie right now. I've been on him. I interviewed him, man. I just became a fan of like the person.
Yeah.
So I listen to his music real heavy right now.
But if you go look at his niche, like when you go to his Instagram, he's real fresh.
Yeah.
Hustler, street guy. You know what I mean? Like everybody has a niche. And I feel like that was, even with Boston Richie, like that was his way coming in the game, looking real fresh, having that street persona. And everybody's gotta, I feel like a lot of artists don't know themselves. You gotta know yourself, know your audience, what you're trying, what's the pitch, and then go around that. I feel like a lot of people just think music, like my music, and don't know nothing about the artist. So it's changed over time. I didn't make the rules though. I'm just knowing, you know, being on SayCheese, it works where, you know, and also you don't have to put out a music video. A lot of people think they got to spend $2,000-3,000 on a music video. I had YK Osiris. He got a deal on SayCheese by doing a snippet in the studio on the iPhone. It didn't cost him no money.
YK Osiris was just in my birthday was last weekend. I was in the strip club. He tried to have a little money off with me.
That's why he in debt right now. Owing all them damn rappers.
Hey, this YK Osiris out there looking at me. He going.
I fuck with YK, man. He a good dude, bro. He a good dude. I did his first interview after he went viral. Signed with Def Jam. Quando Rondo, another kid who went viral on SayCheese and got a crazy deal, beating on the car, fresh out of jail. No music video. It didn't cost him a dime. He went on a major blog and went crazy, and that was that. I feel like a lot of artists overthink it. They think you got to get the big budget video. You got to rent the Lamborghini. People want to see rawness. How you really living? How you really living? Bring me to your world. Tell your story. I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
Tell me your story. I want to know how you living. You got to be vulnerable. You got to be open. Like, I think young boy, he said he had herpes. You gotta let people in. Even if it may, if you expose yourself, what could people say?
Yeah.
Expose yourself, let people in. They gonna laugh at you in the beginning. They laughed at me in the beginning.
Yeah, now everything I see in your comments is YB is better, YB is better.
Everything is about the branding. You gotta expose yourself. Moneybag Yo just came out and said, man, I used to wear fake jewelry before I blew up. You gotta let the people know I'm human just like you. And that make people buy into the brand when you real.
Yeah. That's hard, man.
Yo, I got a question. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
What did you used to do? Like, were you used to be in sports or like wrestling or something? Or what?
Nah, so I played football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was a linebacker. I played collegiate football, then I signed to the Seahawks in 06, 07.
Oh, okay. I knew you played football, but I'm like, damn, was he a wrestler or something? Swole.
So like you mentioned, bro. I've been boxing heavy as like a mental break. Like that's been something like for the last 9 weeks I've been every single day down there boxing, and the freeness that you get away from the social media and all that, because I was talking about it the other day. This becomes almost like a burden at times. Like the same people you want to help, sometimes you be like starting to even think negative about your people because of some of the stuff that you deal with online.
Ever since I got in boxing, I used to be so angry. When people used to troll me online, I would be ready to pull up, and now that I'm boxing and all that.
We sound like the same.
Yeah, when your birthday?
September 4th.
September 21st.
That's crazy.
My birthday. Damn.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I was like, bro, we got a lot of similarities, bro.
But boxing is like, it lets everything out, bro. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can say to me to make me go crazy right now or make me want to punch you or anything. Like, it just brings me back down. You know what I'm saying?
I get you 100%.
Like, I used to be so angry. Like, some days just felt like I had to prove myself or felt like I had to do certain things or say certain things or post my Lamborghini, or I don't have to do, boxing brings me to the reality of things. And I can't explain it. I know you probably can't either, or you probably can, but like me waking up in that morning and putting that hour work in, it makes me don't give a fuck about the Matrix.
Mm-hmm. Bro, like I can't tell you how close was damn near like identical when I hear you mention.
This is my dog now.
Like,
I'm with Tony, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, like my temperament is one where I was on this like I'm a flex on you hard now. Like they try to say something about my money, so I go like I'm gonna go buy this big ass chain. I'm gonna on you. I went through all those and then even like days where I'm feeling like I pull up. What's up? Like you don't know. Like I really come from like a different life walk.
Feel like you had to prove something.
And like even around my team, like I think they could even sense like I was like kind of not being the good happy person I normally am. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my diet. I'm gonna change the way I do everything. But I went 9 weeks straight where it was 2 a days working out. So I'm in the gym for about 5 hours a day, and my body transformed. Like, but it also transformed my mind. The things that were, I used to wake up first thing in the morning, I'm reading like something on IG, and then it's fucking up my morning, like, and it's throwing my whole day off. Where now, like, I'm like, man, hey, we about to go to the gym. We about to go do this. Like, I don't even know half of the shit that used to be a burden or a distraction. Now it's gone. And like, so when I'm hearing you say, hey, like, I get my hour or so in, and then, like, I feel different. Like, I know, even since I've been boxing, like now I'm even in a position now where I know can't nobody really come up here and like the average, like I'm going to destroy you.
Yep.
But like it's like it ain't even necessary at this point because I'm like my mind isn't even on that, and like for me, just that peace of mind of knowing I put in the work for today, I got better today. Like, bro, I sit in front of my mirror and I just I'm shadow boxing now and just going through the
How long you been doing it for?
9 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But I never boxed before or anything like this.
You want to get in a celebrity boxing match soon?
Yeah. Like we training right now, bro. Like I'm like really. My focus wasn't to get, my focus was to get in shape, and to boxing was like kind of intimidating at first. I had never done it before, and I realized how hard it was.
Yo,
bro, like I didn't know boxing was so hard.
Guys in the street that can like fight, like street fighters,
can't box.
Cannot box.
Nope.
I'm seeing 13-year-old kids, white dudes that come in, and it humbles you. You know, you think you're this hardcore guy, then you go in there and you're like, yo, it's levels.
You punch for 20 seconds and you realize you got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. You be like,
the 3-minute rounds. And every morning, my trainer has me jump rope. We do a set of I do 3-minute rounds.
Yeah.
And then it's just like the average fight, like the average person can't fight 3 minutes.
No way.
No way at all, bro. You a southpaw right here?
I'm southpaw.
I'm southpaw.
So
I'm southpaw.
I'm actually a lefty. So
I'm left-handed too.
Yeah.
Well, come on, bro. What's really going on, man? What the really going on?
Hey, so but the funny part is, bro, I'm a southpaw, but I train myself orthodox.
Why? So you can.
I wanted to know how you was going to attack me. Like I already know my left hand is dominant. I know what it is to, you know, if I was fighting the opposite way. But like to be able to know exactly how you're going to attack me, and how to defend myself.
You got a
properly.
trainer, or you just?
No, I have a trainer.
Oh, okay.
6 days a week. Yeah, we locked in 6 days a week. Man. And I've gotten so much better, but even like the confidence, the conditioning. Bro, I was like flabby when I first started.
Yeah, I wasn't drinking no water for real. I was a juice guy.
Yeah.
Now I'm drinking a lot of juice.
All water.
Yeah, a lot of water and fruits.
Yeah.
But you know, my girl was on me about that heavy because I was a super juice guy. Loved drinking juice. I hated water. Now I'm drinking so much water. I was like 205. I'm trying to get back down to like 185. I know that may be light to you, but 185 is like the the weight I want to be at.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Man, I'm a heavyweight, man. So you know, I'm like 245.
Shit.
Man, I got big ass legs, man. So like that for me, like playing linebacker was, you know, you gotta be able to get busy in there. So, man, I just been tremendously focused on boxing and health and taking care of myself, and it just gave me such a balance. Like even a new focus when I'm coming back into podcasting and taking on these endeavors that I really want to do. Now I'm like, yo, here's what we doing, guys. Like they'll tell you, man, I used to get in the house, I'll smoke a blunt, and then it was like that was the day. And now like I'm gonna go smoke my blunt, I'm gonna go put in this work. We're gonna do everything we need to do. Like we got goals.
I've never been high before.
Yeah, man.
I've never been high. I don't know why I'm scared to get high.
I got kind of like I was 30 when I smoked for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why so late?
Man, I was hanging out with some that played for the Saints back in the day.
All NFL players smoke.
Yeah, and one of my homies, he was like, "Come on, you the only here ain't smoking. What you the police?" Kind of he was like, "What you a mark? Like you the police?" I ain't gonna say your name, bro, but yeah, he talked me into it, man. I smoked, and I was like, damn, this felt good. Then I got me some, you know, I got some love that night, and it just felt a little different. You know, you get a little trim after, you like, damn, this shit feel a little different. Like everything just felt better, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like, okay.
Yeah.
And now, like, it's a good little balance for it. It keep me balanced, man. But, you know, when you get ready, you know.
I'm scared. I don't want to, I just see people get like addicted to it, like you know, especially being around like rappers. It's like some guys who can't eat until they smoke. I don't know. I just got different vices. I think I'm addicted to like seafood and like other shit.
Yeah.
I don't judge smokers. It's just like
it's good for you, man. You try it one day.
I got a weed farm.
You got a dispensary. Okay, dope.
Yeah, no, I got a weed farm. Like we grow weed. I got 40 acres with my guy Prit Paul.
Damn.
Yeah, come out whenever. I'll tell
yeah, bro.
Charleston White, I'm about to grow him a strain.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming out, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not judging this. Me personally, I just don't smoke.
We got to get a
how often you out here?
Closer Kush line. I don't come often, but man, now we link up and we can definitely.
Where you be at?
Miami.
I'll be in Miami a lot too.
Yeah, I'm man. I see you with Bandman all the time.
That's
I
my
rock
guy.
with Bandman.
You get an interview in with him yet?
Not yet. We're gonna do one.
Yeah, let me know. I was just on the phone with him.
Bro, I talk to Bandman probably every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We go to the gym. I went and got me a Cullinan, so we be doing our little roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got the white on whites with the
right.
Yeah, we playing out.
Okay.
But I told Bandman we're gonna do something. I just like we really just been cool, man. Like not even on the business tip or online, just like he a good man. Like sometimes you see all the riff-raff online and all that, like getting to know him. Like, I just been like I respect him, like a cool man. So shout out to Bandman Kevo, and then shout out to this crazy nigga right here, man. we gonna get an Uber. We good. Shout out to this crazy right here for connecting me with Shawn, man. Man, bring your crazy over here, man.
Y'all too good, homie.
Yeah.
So I told him y'all kind of got the same spirit, so that's why I wanted to make the connection as soon as you got here.
It's crazy how many similarities that we
got a lot of similarities.
I was like, just watching them from a distance, I was like, I like some of the shit bro doing. Now I'm like hearing them and talking to them, like, oh, this like move like you think like me. And shit. God damn.
Now, homie, Central Arlington, 3,000 kids. When you look at his platform, who's larger than him outside of Disney, Nickelodeon, and things like that for us in our culture? No other platform has his youth following. I call it a youth ministry. So when I met you, I personally know him, and I'm saying, man, them niggas got the same kind of spirit. I told you that. So y'all got a lot of similarities, homie, and y'all got the same kind of heart. And both of y'all are misconceived by the audience, because they don't know y'all. In y'all hard to get to know. So
yeah,
I can be really. I'm introverted.
I would say the same.
I'm introverted because once you let somebody in, they start feeling obligated, and I feel like it's so many artists that I've dealt with SayCheese growing up, from the Go Yayos to the Yellow, the Mo 3s, and these are all my friends, but it's like, oh, you better post this, or it becomes an obligation. So that's why I always keep a arm's reach, because when you let somebody in too close, it could backfire.
Yeah.
So
that's real, man. Like you know, that's one of the things I was saying this year is like I felt like, I do a lot of giveaways, man, and I would like be like, hey, I'm doing a 5 or 10K giveaway to my audience, and then I got people like just going crazy and doing weird shit, and then it's like, bro, y'all now you making me feel bad about giving away and being a blessing, like, and I was like, I ain't doing shit no more for you. Like, it just kind of puts you in some bad spaces sometimes. So I definitely understand that like place where people just kind of feel like they deserve it, or they like. I'm like, bro, like it's
just kind of like the people who knew you before, whatever. They always bring up, man, I knew that nigga.
Yeah, they like to reduce you.
Yeah, I knew that nigga in high school. Man, I knew Charleston White back when he had the dreads and Now because he had another level, they try to humble you.
Let me ask you a question while we got bro standing here. Like, what type of heat do you get for fucking with Charleston, man? Because last night, man, we go out to this what's the place we went to last night?
Bitter End.
Bitter End. We go to Bitter End last night, and I got this big 6'10", 290-pound defensive end that walk up on me, and he want to kick my ass because I'm sitting next to Charles. Tell me, hey, you know who you sitting next to?
He was a 6'10", 295-pound prison rapist, not no defensive end. He remind you of a guy in prison that rapes other men and do it hard and brutally. And won't nobody say nothing to him because he's big. I mean, very intimidating looking guy, man. I was when I walked by the guy and I looked him in his face, I was peeing like this at the door the whole time, looking at the door, hoping that he didn't come through the door. So yeah, I was more relieved when I went out and saw he was at the table hovering over you guys.
Oh, so you rather than pull up on me?
Yeah, I didn't, at least not in the bathroom. Yeah, I didn't want to be there. What was I going to do? You saw how big that What was I gonna do if that nigga jacked me up in the bathroom and had me up against the wall and my feet dangling off the floor? Man, what was I gonna do? Help! Tony!
You damn sure would have been in
You
there.
got that? I was gonna holler like,
big
no, I ain't that gun on. I was probably scared to reach for the gun. Yeah, so nah, man, that nigga was intimidated, and he had tattoos all over his face, and he had James Evans arms before James Evans got old. Remember them forearms James Evans had on good time?
That was a big motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
Like, this
and
nigga
he was security, so that was even more dangerous. Yeah, the nigga was security.
He was security at the restaurant and then approached me like, "Hey, you know who you with? You want to kill him? You know that, right?"
I don't think people want to kill Charleston White though. No. I feel like maybe I'm biased because I know him, but when you see him in person and you see that that's just a character for real, and he's telling y'all that it's a character, like how can you hate him? Like this dude is like one of the coolest dudes, man. Like talking about on the phone with him, he telling me books to read and shit like that. Like really, he's really like a fly on the wall. Like he's so smart because when he gets in environments, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
a lot of niggas talk too much. When he get in the environment, he really just study.
Yeah, I just look at y'all.
He's really observing. He's
in
a
the
student.
club, everything, yeah.
I'm telling you, like, that's why, like, nobody's untouchable. And I hate when people talk about death in Charleston. I hate it. But when you get around him, it's like, I don't see how you can stay mad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just don't see how you can stay mad at him. Like, when you see it's a character, and he's telling you it's a character. But I'm glad that he's moving into politics and he's knowing how that the character can only last for so long. Yeah. Until you gotta stand.
The character has to stand on the character, right? So every rapper who raps about what he raps about has to, at some point, stand on what he's rapping about. That's why when your season change, your tune's supposed to change. Mm-hmm. We seen T.I. do it. T.I. started out dope boys in the trap, and as he elevated, his tune changed. Lil Durk and them tune is not changing, but they elevate. So when your tune don't change as you elevate, you bring the residue of the tune to the levels that you go to, homie. So I'm getting ready to go into politics. The character is pretty much up now.
Like what more can he? I feel like he's mastered the internet. I feel like, I mean, he always have a bag with like YouTube, but I feel like his ceiling is way higher than that. Yeah. I feel like he could really like Malcolm X, like
the one thing
like
that
crazy
impressed me
shit.
when I met Charleston was like how intelligent he was. I was like, you see these, viral moments on YouTube where he's like saying or acting a damn fool or being controversial, but then I'm like talking to him, I'm like, damn, bro, really smart. Mm-hmm. Like this isn't no dumb nigga. Like this is a very intelligent man that is speaking with confidence, and he's speaking with like facts from books. He's done research. You can tell he knows his history. Yeah. Like you can tell he knows history.
One of my friends called me one time, and they said, "Do you and Charleston White? Do y'all like sitting in? Do y'all like do you like send him questions?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "He knows about everything." I was like, "Yeah, like this nigga knows about the gossip. He knows about the history of things. He knows about the political standpoint of things." It's just like
I learned from Dick Gregory, homie. Most people don't know about the young Dick Gregory. We only caught on to the old. I caught on to the old only to go learn about the young Dick Gregory. Before Dick Gregory died, homie, he was in his 80s, reading almost every newspaper publication that gets printed daily. World magazines. So from listening to Dick Gregory, homie, I learned to go beyond social media to find knowledge and evidence and statistics, right? So for 2 years, I would spend anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, sometimes 16 hours in the library at the university, gaining access to databases, right? Scholarly databases where things are published where we can't have access to it if we don't go to the library. So a lot of the statistics, a lot of my political science, a lot of my social studies, a lot of my history, a lot of my government, was read and studied and researched out of databases, and then I wrote about it. So yeah, so I write to learn. So I read, I write, then I learn.
Like where do people start though? Because like even like your vocabulary, like where should somebody start to even like get the knowledge that like you got?
I started in Danielle Steele love novels.
Like your vocabulary always been.
Yeah, I had a private tutor, homie, when I was a kid. So I fell in the washing machine when I was 5 years old and broke everything from my waist down. Then I put my eye out. So I had a tutor that came into my house. I had a tutor that came into my house and tutored me. So my vocabulary came from me having this love of reading. Mm-hmm. Your words, how you speak, how you write, comes from you reading. So if you don't read a lot, homie, you don't learn new words. If I'm standing in the store and I'm in line, I'm reading everything on the front of the newspaper before I walk out the store. I might not flip it over, unless it's interesting. I'll flip it over and look at it, read it, then buy my shit and get out. But I read everywhere I go. If I'm in a doctor's office, I'm gonna grab whatever magazine you got there and read it. Wherever I go, if I come to your house, I'm gonna look a book. Say, man, what book you read? I'm gonna read the back of the book and see what book you read. Wherever there's some literature, homie, I'll pick it up and read it. Wherever I go.
That's crazy.
You picked up that motherfucking Trump hat and put it in the back of your goddamn car.
I got
too.
two of them. Three.
I said this got three.
This is a crazy.
Yeah,
You
that's
picked
how
me up from the airport, man, with church music on and Trump hats in the
I
back of
picked
your
that nigga
car.
up from church music, Trump. That's how my car got keyed up. Yeah, I parked in the handicap spot with Trump stickers, with Trump hats, and them keyed my car.
You think they knew it was your car?
Nah, man, I want to believe that. I want to believe my wife did it. But I know who done it. I parked in the handicap spot, and they done that. yeah, cause this ain't the first time, homie. Yeah, my BMW got vandalized because I had the Pence and Trump stickers. And then I had the back to blue sticker in the window. The police back to blue sticker in the window.
So you just like being a troll or what?
No, homie. I strategically and tactful. I do that by tactic, right? I often ride around my city and throughout Texas, smoking hemp. Now, smoking hemp can be perceived as smoking marijuana, and I don't have my seatbelt on. My driving license I ain't had a driving license in over 20 years. So if the police get behind me, I give out quiet hitting signals that, hey, I'm one of y'all, and it's been working perfectly. Police get behind me, hey, I'm one of y'all, and they go on about my business. So I strategically do that for that purpose only.
Bro, you are hilarious, man. Oh my God!
Y'all think I'm supporting Trump? I'm just riding around smoking hemp without a driving license and without my seatbelt on, and sometimes with a firearm in the car. So I throw them hats back there to give me a pass. Works in Texas. It works in Texas.
You crazy as fuck, man. Hey, man. Hey, look, Shawn Cotton, man. We had you on here, man. This has been an honor, man, to have you on the show, bro. It's a pleasure. I appreciate you connecting me.
Yeah.
I had.
I knew it'd be a good connection. Too.
Honestly.
Plus you Bandman, so I knew, you old Kiwi.
Bandman Kiwi.
Yeah, he be calling him Kiwi. That shit hilarious, bro. But like, I had wanted to reach out to SayCheese in the past to do business, man. But like to meet Shawn, I like the person even like beyond the business, bro, man. So major respect to you, bro. I definitely want to build with you more.
We definitely got to do. There's a lot of different things we could do. I'm in real estate too, so I got the weed farm. I definitely want to get him out there.
Yeah.
I told Charleston I definitely want to get him in string. So it's a lot of different things I want to do outside of music, bro. Music is just something that I do, but.
Whenever we do a SayCheese interview, I definitely want to do something for your audience to where we have an exclusive program price for like my Rona Approved program where SayCheese members get a very, very favorable deal.
Yeah. Because
I think like your audience, man, needs to know other ways to monetize and make money. When I started mixing hip hop entertainment with real estate, it was with the understanding that the youth for so long thought like me, that it had to be rapping, football, basketball to be able to be successful. And now I go into the rooms with the rappers and the artists and the athletes or whatever, and I got the same bag, but I did it with real estate. So, you know.
Man, I lost so much money in real estate, man. Hey, y'all, never date your realtor, man.
Oh, Lord.
I lost, man. I did like 8 fix and flips, bro. And you know, with real estate, the contractor, it plays a big part in.
You gotta get the right contractors
man,
for
they
sure.
was scamming the out of me, man.
See, that's the important piece, and like why it's like getting knowledgeable people on your team.
Contractors?
I know everybody because that's my business, you know.
Yeah.
And when you hear,
I'm glad you put me with dudes.
so here's one of the biggest issues why people get bad experiences, then they don't want to get involved in real estate because they're working with untrustworthy people. I built my platform. I got over 10,000 active students inside of just my program. Over 146,000 people who have bought books or something in the real estate niche from me. The biggest piece for me is being able to show you the right way to do it so you have success, so you embrace the business. I've created millionaires from the shit that I teach. See, it's a lot of people that they create programs for them to get rich, right? See, I don't go and take any of the money that my students make in a deal. If you make 40, 50, 60,000 in that deal, that's your full check. But I teach you from a space of, before you even have money, how to monetize and make money as the middleman. Most of us already, like, I play the middleman better than anything. We do it with dope and everything else. So before you even have to put the money up and be exposed, I teach you wholesaling. Right? That's the no license required basic entry.
You can go door to do wholesaling.
Right. So you start off wholesaling as your groundwork. Then as you build up your capital and you want to start holding properties and things like that, even better than fix and flip, because fix and flip is going to get you capital gains tax. I'm going to show you how you can actually do rent to own. So now you fix up that property, you can now place it out as a rent to own, and now you can depreciate it for 27 and a half years. Now you're not having to pay tax to the IRS and et cetera. So like, I'm going to show you how to really get busy with real estate the right way, and then how to avoid the scammy contractors and all that, because I mean, I ran into contractors that was full of shit too, but it's ways that now I learned how to vet based off my previous experiences. And with the amount of people in my network from doing now, between me and my dad, it puts me in that position where like we can dominate. And like you having such a large platform with the right messaging, we can get shit and deals all over the country. And then that's how you start.
You can create 16, 17, 18-year-old real estate minds. We spoke at a high school in Austin, and I went back and I was looking at the video, and everybody was saying, man, all them kids on the front row, y'all should have slapped their phones out their hands. But what these kids was doing was texting the other kids at the other high schools. All right? When we finished and wrapped up our presentation, my face and my name sits with the rappers because of Shawn Cotton, SayCheeseTV platform. So what I did a book challenge. I said, I'll give away $500 to anybody who go read this book called The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. It talks about school to prison pipeline, mass incarceration, and all those things. And so writing a 3-page essay, first place gets 500, second place gets something. So Rainwater matched 500. So just think if we replace these books, these book challenges, and we going into these high schools and we sowing these seeds, and we dangling a prize at the end. We create new real estate moguls, new real estate developers by sowing these seeds. So I think it's great that y'all can make this connection, homie, because we good, but his audience is 100% of our future. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times, if you see a lot of the videos now, I'm not always in character. You see my new SayCheeseTV now, I'm more talking from the uncle standpoint, less from the character. So I think you two, y'all can change the narrative, homie.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just in meeting you, bro, and hearing you, I got to get with you. We're gonna definitely tap in. That shit was it's like meeting another version of yourself.
I'm telling you, I told you.
like damn, like bro, really like on some good-hearted shit, man. Like
I tell everybody like that. I say, homie, just a good nigga, homie, and I tell all those he a good kid, homie. He a good kid. He a MySpace kid. He wasn't a kid outside. He grew up with MySpace, homie, so his brain is different.
He a hustler though. I'm telling you though, like, bro, when I tell you, like, when he was talking about hustling phone books and throwing them in the trash and doing like, bro,
how
like,
hard that was.
Bro, hell yeah, I did that.
I done it with my mama. I came home from the boys' home, nigga. I done it with my mama. My mama throwing them Southwestern Bell phone book back in 98, 99. I know what he talking about.
Yeah.
Most of it is my sincere belief, homie. Most black people came from this. We might not have mom and dad, but we come from goodness. We come from good morals. We come from good principles. It was just the situations and the circumstances and the environment that we come from that tainted us. It wasn't what we grew from, our mothers and our fathers. So I love the dude, homie, and so I don't get no flack. He catch all the flack from everybody love me from loving him. So yeah, so I'm good.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing, man. I gotta say shout out to you because that's how I saw Charleston on one of your videos, man, and then he came to Miami. He was in duress.
Yeah.
he was
pimp down.
Yeah, he was in duress, man. I just had to make sure I showed him some love, man, and then from there, man, I got to meet him and get to know him, and it's like, damn, he just a solid dude.
Everywhere
bro.
I go, I was at the boxing gym the other day, and bro, everybody just, man, what's he like in person? And bro, you should bring him up here. And I'm like, bro, this is crazy, bro. Like when I first seen him, it was a PS5 video when he was going off on everybody for buying the PS5. And I told my homie, I said, he's the guy. He's the guy. And then I started digging in. And he just always went against the grain, man. But that PS5 video, man, it's on YouTube. It should still be on YouTube.
And man, let me just say this. I did a national news segment with Alex Stein, a very popular conservative platform. I didn't know they watch SayCheeseTV. Homie, this is conservatism. You talking about Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly kind of shit. Man, when SayCheeseTV posted that clipping, and they got over 500, 600,000 views in less than 24 hours, yeah, they hurry up and call. Yeah, that nobody has a youth platform that can get that interest, and that was bullshit for young people to pay attention to, homie. Nah, they
man, I'm talking about in the first hour that like 600,000 views, bro. Like
they're paying attention, homie. So I never would have thought. And so that day, that following morning, Alex Stein called back himself and said, "Man, did you guys see that? I hadn't even seen it yet." Yeah, so yeah, they booking me for some cable shit for that.
That's
yeah.
hard.
That's hard, yeah, man. That's what's up. That's the power of the platform, man, and that's a shout out to you and your hard work and what you built over the years, Shawn.
Yeah.
Man, hey,
shout out to his dad too, man. Y'all gotta meet Dad. No, y'all gotta meet Pop. Pop said, "Listen, you said about me." No, Pop. Yeah, shout out to Dad, man.
Yeah, my dad was 2-3 days after that, he had went to work, man, and wouldn't stop talking about Charleston, man. And I'm like, my aunt called me. My aunt, like 60-something years old. Is he single? I'm like, man, oh, like this half the 90% of the shit that happened, I don't even tell him because it's just, I know he deal with that shit every day, but about Charleston, like, I just want him to be safe, and I hate him. I hate seeing him at the strip club. Like, he's above that.
I don't go no more. I ain't been. Y'all stop going, homie. Yes,
he's above that, man. He's Charleston White. He can get anybody to go in there and grab a chick for him and go to the crib.
Yeah, so I definitely want you to be safe too, man. These niggas is out here
recording them sleep and putting it online.
It's crash dummies and all kind of shit out here, man.
Yeah, man, I don't know why. Man, I would really sleep. Yeah, I would really sleep. I was embarrassed. Man, why did you me like that, man? You hear that? But say, man, I got a 1 o'clock appointment I gotta get to, man.
For sure, man. I'm about to go grab me some seafood.
Yeah, we it's a wrap, man.
I bet.
That's a bet, yeah.